Experts. Why I can't stand them. All right, that sounded pretty bad. So let me be clear. I don't hate all experts. Actually, almost. I pretty much only love business experts. Business experts tend to have a track record of wins and losses, right? Many times you hear about business experts not doing so well. They have a lot of failures in the beginning, but that's until they learn the principles of success. Once you learn those principles of business success, those principles could almost always be duplicated with other businesses across the board. But as far as pretty much every other expert that's out there, I can't stand them. I cannot stand. Not only that, but these guys or ladies should not be looked up as some magical being that we should worship because they're on TV. And I wish I would have learned this lesson back in 2007, because back then I probably watched 3 to 4 hours a day of financial and political news. Everyone said at that time, we are not in a bubble, right? Trust me, everyone said that because I was watching it every single day intently. So what did I do when I watched this every single day, night after night? I went out telling everybody, we're not in a bubble. Don't worry. People that might say we are getting it wrong, etc., etc. I turned into some idiot propagandist for these experts, not even realizing it, because I was regurgitating all their talking points. But what ended up happening? You guessed it, right? Bubble bursted. 2008, 9, 10, sucked for almost everybody. So I wish I wouldn't have listened to the experts then. But let me give you some other examples. Sports experts. Does anyone remember when the Brooklyn Nets acquired KD, Harden, and Irving? That was supposed to be the team of the century. The super team of all super teams. The problem was, again, the experts got it wrong. That team was never really any good. They never even made it past the second round of the playoffs. COVID experts. Everyone needed to get the shot or you're putting your life in extreme danger. Yeah, that I do remember experts saying that, but millions upon millions of people never got the shot and they were fine. War experts. We are by far, America, we are by far the most powerful military in the world. There's not even a close second to us. Yet an argument can be made that we lost the last 4 out of 5 wars. Let's talk about it, right? Korea, no go. Vietnam, no go. Iraq, we got kicked out of. Afghanistan, we got kicked out of. And at the same time, we still listen to all these experts that are telling us how the war is going to go, how the war is going to end, and what our goal is at the end of the day. But the truth is we lost those wars. And how do I know we lost them? Because we didn't win them. So by default, because human lives were the cost of these wars, we got to say we lost them. But again, the experts would have all just assumed we'd have came in there and we'd have fixed North Korea quick, Vietnam quick, Afghanistan quick, Iraq quick. All the experts are wrong. Money managers. Their number one job as a money manager is to beat the market. That's it. Beat the simple S&P 500. Yet, here we are. I submit to you the New York Times. And it says, mutual funds that consistently beat the market, not won in 2,132. So this was written in December of 2022, so just a couple months ago. I'll just skip to the bottom over here where it says, and over a full 20-year period ending last December, fewer than 10% of active U.S. stock funds managed to beat their benchmarks. That's a 90% failure rate of doing your job. But that's what you're paid to do. You're the expert and you're paid to do that, and 90% of you guys will fail. So now let's go into therapist experts. Surely therapists know how to live their life properly, right? Because that's what they do for a living. They teach us how to live their life. So I did a little research on that and went to Psych Central, psychcentral.com. Do marriage and family therapists have better marriages? Well, I'll skip through all this boring stuff. Some would say that maybe all this stuff is boring. But this place, McCoy and Ademont, listed the occupation therapists, all other, as having a divorce separation rate of 24.2%. All right. And this is the types of therapists. And it goes, each one of these categories had a divorce separation rate well above the national average for all occupations of 16.96%. So the average out of all these occupations is 17%. But the therapists, the professionals, were at 24.2%. They're doing worse than us regular people. But of course, they're the experts, so we go for them, or go to them for advice. So why am I bringing this up? You know, the reason I'm bringing all this up about the experts is because we're hearing a lot of stuff from the experts about what's going to happen for 2022. And the reality is, we don't know what's going to happen. Listen, okay, I listen to a ton of experts on both sides of the spectrum, bulls and bears. And I always ask myself, why can't we all be on the same page, especially since or because we all get the same exact information? And it's because you can't find any textbook at any college that will explain what's happening right now. There is no blueprint to show what happens when a country is $31 trillion in debt. There is no blueprint for when a government just hands out free money to everyone, whether they need it or not. Okay, there's no government or no textbook that shows, hey, we're fighting a proxy war with Russia and we're giving them unlimited funds. I mean, literally, we are funding the whole thing with billions upon billions of dollars, which I do agree with, by the way. But you add that to the deficit, you add that to the payments given to everybody else. You factor in the fact that we are ran by microchips. This world is ran by a microchip. Your refrigerator is ran by a microchip. My camera is ran by everything is ran by microchips now, and we're at a microchip shortage. Oh, by the way, China was closed for over a year. There's no blueprint to any of this stuff. So I conclude, when trying to see if right now is the best time to buy, or to sell, or to move, or to stay, or to work, or to retire, please make sure you listen to both sides, the optimist and the pessimist, not just any one expert. Okay? Listen to all experts within reason, obviously, and then make your best educated guess. And chances are you'll still only be 50% right. So that's all I got for you today. Please remember, life's not meant to be, it's meant to create. Too strong.